minutes, go!
So I want you to know going into this, that despite what it looks like, I do actually train. I'm just not very good, as I get promptly double-legged here. What happened was we were striking right before this, and this guy, Dom, was just piecing me up while we were striking. And I still had it in my head that I should be like upright and having like a striking stance with him. And that's why I suddenly just got double-legged right as the round started. But, you know, after the change in angle here, I'm trying to like get this whizzer on his right arm and like flank towards the camera, but it's not a very tight whizzer. And unfortunately, there's no room for me to flank to the left, right? So I start framing on his neck as he passes towards my right side. And as my guard opens up, he acquires my left leg and leans back into the leg lock, which, well, I didn't really defend very well, and I just tapped to it pretty quickly so we can reset. Some days you just get your ass handed to you over and over again, and exactly the same thing happened here as he just like dives right into the double leg. I get a guillotine grip on him, but he finishes the double leg, mercifully not smashing me into the ground, as I have a headlock, but he's already passed into my side control. I shouldn't be holding on to this this headlock. I should be like trying to establish my frames, but like I said I wasn't very good at this. Okay? He tries to go for a Kimura here, and I don't want him to, so I'm like rotating back around. He tries to like step over into mount. He doesn't quite have the Kimura here. I think we reset for some reason here. I'm able to kind of get onto my side, but then he steps over into mount. And this is MMA grappling, so he's allowed to hit me, but he doesn't. As I get to my side here and start to knee escape, and I acquire one of his legs, and I grab onto and can try to control the arm in front of me so he doesn't hug my head and crossface. And I'm able to get on top of him, and I start doing my ground and pound. So I'm able to kind of get my leg out and pass into his side control and go into knee on belly, and I start striking him from here. I'm trying to cut my knee across, but I think he's just like, the angle is weird, and he wasn't letting me do that. So as I'm ground and pounding, he escapes out to the left, and then he asks whether I'm allowed to ground and pound, which the answer is yes. Then he does the sweep on me and puts me back in the corner. So I was like, dude, it's MMA sparring. Like, you should have been listening, but it's fine. He's a good guy. I think he just thought it was like grappling only. I try to like attach my hips to him and like get him back into a full guard, but it's just not happening. I'm up against the corner here, and he like starts getting this, I don't know, well, maybe a guillotine grip, but let's go of that. I'm trying to keep like control of one of his legs as, okay, finally he goes for some of his own strikes, but in doing that he like lets me have a little bit of space, and I'm able to rotate towards my left side and start getting my knee shield in, and we transition back into open guard. And as we do this, I ask if I can just take a second to get the hair out of my mouth, as we've been going for a few rounds at this point, and it's just all over the place. So thank God I just get the hair out of my mouth. I try to scoot towards him. I want to try to attach my hips to him. Like, I know that much, right? As he dives in and starts trying to pass from here, I'm trying to keep a grip on him, and I'm able to get the sweep.
Nice.
And so now I'm in mount, or maybe I'm in half guard here.
4 minutes.
No, I am in mount as he turns towards his side, and the camera is a little too close to us. He's hugging onto my head, trying to like keep me from posturing back up, but like that's not a huge threat. I can start kind of climbing my legs up along his torso. But I think he reacquired my right leg between his legs, so we're now in like half guard, but he's like a smash half guard. He's all flat, so we can't really do a ton. And I'm just slowly trying to pry my legs out from between his. And he tries to go for an escape here, which he unfortunately gets. And then he gets this guillotine grip and tries to lean back into it again, but he doesn't quite have like the angle. And I drive forward into him. And as he disengages from me, he exposes his back, which I just jump onto. And even though I don't get the hooks in, I'm able to get the rear naked choke here, which his tap isn't on screen, but I do get him out of there.
6 minutes, yeah, 6 minutes, go.
We take a couple of seconds to rest, And then we're right back into it. There's only a few seconds left in the round here. Less than a minute to go. So I know. We just need to get a few more reps in as I start an open guard. He decides to stand up here. Boom. And then as I go for this like low double, he gets the guillotine grip around me. And basically I'm just fighting from here for the rest of the round. So I'll cut it short there, but he doesn't actually tap me. As we go into this next round, starting on the feet, I try to clinch with him on the side of the ropes there. I think I'm a little too like reliant on that reverse collar tie into knees, but he like reset, and I think I got a shot on him while he was resetting, which that's why I had my hands up, right? As we move to the center of the ring, he hits me with a spinning back kick, which wasn't that hard, but it hit me right in the liver, and it I had to fight not to take a knee here as I'm able to get to his back, but I have a seatbelt grip on his back, which I feel like maybe it would have been better to just like grab his waist, but I am able to like pull him off the ropes and get the takedown. But I fall straight into his guard, unfortunately, and this is a good guard for him because he's already kind of flanked out. And my hands are on the ground. My hands should be on him, not the ground. As we start fighting, I start trying to like pass. He's moving around. I'm able to get past into side control, but he's on his side. He's trying to escape the side control, but I'm able to kind of get my weight into him. And we get stuck here for a little while as I try to maybe start attacking going into the mount. That doesn't work, but he rolls, and I'm almost able to get the back, but I lose my balance, and now he's in side control on me with the I think it's called the kesagatame. And he starts rotating me like an alligator almost. So I'm just like effed here. I should really be trying to like walk my legs back towards his hips, but he's got a pretty good like grip on my neck here, and I think he's trying to go for a submission, but I want him to walk my legs towards his hips, but then he just jumps over into back mount. But I think he just went a little too far, as I'm able to start like pushing into him and rotate him back onto his back so that I'm on, well, top position is kind of a generous way to put it. My arm is still across, and so I think if he was able to like flank towards the ropes, which is the situation I was in earlier, he might be able to start attacking submissions and arm bars from there, but it's not exactly where we're at, as we just kind of both struggle for position here. I start trying to like stack him and pass him that way, but nothing's happening yet. Oh man, I just remember he was like, I could tell he was going easy on me, right? He was always asking me, okay, what's the plan here? What's the plan here? As if I'm some kind of like, I mean, look, I know I'm a beginner, but I'm not a child, right? So that kind of made me a little frustrated. Not that I wanted to show it, but I was really trying. But like I said, I'm like really, really quite bad at this. I'm trying to get better. That's why I'm doing these YouTube videos, as I'm able to break open his guard. I try to staple his leg there, but he's able to get away from it. He goes for the arm bar, but he doesn't have the angle on it. Or we roll towards the ropes. My leg hits the ropes, and he gets my head between his legs. I think he still has the arm here, but he doesn't quite have the angle for the arm bar. I knew I had cleared the elbow line at this point. Yeah, so I knew I wasn't really in danger of the armbar as I'm able to get out, and I get over him. I kind of in a reverse mount here, but I get a couple of smacks in with my right hand here, just because I wanted to shut up. He kept on asking me, "What's the plan here? How do you deal with this? Now solve the problem." Like he's coaching me while we're going. So I'm trying to clear his arms here. You know, if I'm in side control here, I think I should just be trying to get my weight on him instead of like trying to stay in knee on belly. Knee on belly is not really the kind of place where you just hang out. But eventually, yeah, I'm able to get my left leg over him, right? Trying to crawl up onto him, but I'm too high up, and he's going to exploit that in just a couple of seconds. I'm trying to like clear his arms so I can hit him, but again, my weight is like kind of too far up right now, and he's gonna push off of the off the floor here and get the bridge escape on me and go right back into side control. And I think we both heard the time warning, and we both knew that the time was running out, so... Well, this last one is just a treat for the rest, for those of you who really don't like me, which, you know, I'm one of you, so don't worry about it. We start in standing with this guy. I think I got a couple of, like, decent shots on him. Unfortunately, we're not the only ones in the ring right now. So I can't quite see what's going on. Yeah, I get a good body kick there. I try to corral him towards the ropes. And I had an underhook on my left side, and I know I want to, like, pull, like, do a trip on him backwards, but the ropes are in the way. And as I'm trying to figure it out, he does a wonderful, wonderful little hip throw here. I left myself wide open to it, you know. And, unfortunately, we stay like this the rest of the round, and I think I spend the rest of the round in side control. I remember his weight on my hips was immense. I think I should have just, like, started to bridge him, but... No, I couldn't do it. I was trying to get too busy trying to get, like, frames in or something. I shouldn't be trying to face away from him. I think he was actually just trying to force me away from him. So, well, you know, I know getting your ass kicked is just part of the process, but this was a day I just absolutely... I got home and just felt like, what am I doing here? Why am I doing this? And I know those days are normal and even healthy, but it always sucks when they happen. But I'm not giving up.